Everybody needs good neighbors with a little understanding. You can find the perfect blend. Neighbors should be there for one another. That's when good neighbors become good friends.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah?
Did you and Mum split up because of me?
What made you think that?
The way you and I don't get on? I always seem to cause trouble for you. Shane's accident, the mugging business.
Oh, look, I know you didn't hurt that woman, Danny.
You do now. I bet you went right off your cruet when you found out I'd run away. I figured that Mum probably stuck up for me and you two had a great big fight over it.
A bit, I suppose.
That's all I am to you. Trouble. I bet you wish I'd never been born.
Oh, now, look. I mean, we've had our ups and downs. All families do, you know.
As bad as us.
Worse sometimes. I mean, just because you live under the same roof don't mean to say you automatically get on, you know. Your mother and me, well, we haven't got the perfect marriage, you know. At the moment, we just got a few problems we need to work out.
Will you come home?
What now?
Ever?
I don't know.
Whatever it is, it can't be that bad.
Oh, well, you see, that's what we got to decide. Does Maria know you're over here? She'll be worried, won't she?
Yeah. I'd better get going. It's funny, isn't it?
Huh? What's that?
This is the first decent talk we've ever had. Just had to know.
Yeah.
Bye, Dad.
Yeah. Bye.
Yeah, well, thanks anyway.
Jeez, Graham, what you got in here?
Black cleans for the poor mates of this family, Helen. Nick, Jim.
G'day.
Dad?
Here, Paul.
Nick.
Take that for you.
Nick, I wonder I couldn't reach you at the motel.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know you'd been trying.
Oh, just want to find out how things are going on the job front.
Oh, yeah, I put out a few feelers. They'll get back to me.
Great, thanks.
These jobs are not easy to come by, you know. I mean, hundreds of people apply every year.
That's why I'm lucky I've got you to put in a word for me. No, I know, jobs are pretty hard to come by these days. But it doesn't hurt to know somebody.
Yeah, well, I've got to be going.
Oh,
Say goodbye for me, will you?
Okay. Thanks again. Hey, guess what? Nick started to fix things up on the job for me. Shouldn't be long now.
It's not too late to change your mind, you know.
I'm not going to.
All right. Where is he?
Oh, I just left. Oh. Hey, Julie.
You and Nick made it up then?
We had a bit of a chat. I didn't realise how lonely he is.
Lonely?
Very.
Yes, I suppose he is. Those effervescent types usually are.
And why would a guy like Nick, who seems to live life to the full, want to spend his time off with us?
Friendship?
Family contact.
Sad, isn't it?
Maybe. We all seem to take each other so much for granted. I hate the thought of Paul losing touch.
Oh, Paul and Nick are totally different. There's no way Paul's going to end up like Nick.
I guess we just have to find out the hard way.
When's dinner, Mum? I'm starving.
I'll start it when I get those bills straightened out.
Well, when will that be?
Not for some time. Danny,
Hi, Mum.
You didn't tell me you were going out.
I'm not late, am I?
I didn't know where you were.
Sorry.
Could you please get some petrol for the lawnmower in the morning?
Is that a subtle hint?
I'm past hinting. How many times do I have to tell you that the lawns need doing? Nick is going to do it.
Why did you ask him for God's sake?
I didn't, he offered.
Yeah, I'll bet he did.
Look, if you lift your finger once in a while, I will need to accept offers like that.
I'm getting a bit tired of Nick Burman and his kind and generous offers, Mum.
And what would you like me to do about that? Shane, I'm running this on my own at the moment, with very little help from you, I must add. If you don't like the way things are, it's your bad luck.
Well, all our problems might be solved soon anyway. I'm getting a place with Dad.
Hi, Maria.
Hello, Max.
How are you?
Fine. Oh, damn
wrong?
it. Nothing. Everything's fine.
Oh, never mind that. What is it?
What do you think?
Well, I've no idea, have I?
Well, I'm not meant to be offended when Shane simply announces that he's going to live with you.
Oh, now, hang on a minute.
What's he
just
been
got-
telling you? How things are awful at home?
Well, he said you and him had been clashing a bit.
I'm sure he did.
Well, obviously something's wrong.
Yes. Despite what Shane thinks, I'm not coping particularly well.
You know, it's not easy on any of us, is it?
I don't need him running over to you telling tales.
He wasn't.
Has he told you how little he does around the house?
Now, look.
And how difficult he makes it for me?
Here, now, look. It sounds like you're taking it out on him. I mean, this marriage breakup wasn't my son's idea, Maria.
You certainly like to rub salt in the wound, don't you?
I'm just talking facts, woman. Oh, look. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, all right? Danny come to see me yesterday.
What happened?
Well, he wanted to know if we'd split up because of him.
Oh, God, what did you say?
Oh, now, look, you don't think I'd tell him the truth, do you?
Oh, of course not. Sorry.
Any messages?
Oh, yes, someone just rang. Over there.
Oh, thanks. There's no phone number.
You've got the address, don't you?
I need a phone number.
Look, if you don't like the service, just find yourself someone else.
What do you make that?
$4,100.
That's funny, I make it $4.10.
There you go. Compliments of the old man.
Thanks.
Things between you and that stripper still platonic?
Look, mate, are you asking for trouble or something?
Just a joke.
Yeah, well, why don't you just do some work, eh? Huh?
Greg, take no notice of him, please. Here. You're making a fool of yourself.
Typical.
Yeah. You worked out a plan of action for the Canberra job yet?
I'm just going to let it go.
But you've earned it.
Well, there's nothing else I can do. Except look elsewhere.
Still in banking.
If I can, or whatever else that tempts me.
Don't give up, Des.
I'm not going to rush it. But if something good comes along, I'm kissing this place goodbye.
Oh, mind if I come in?
Hello, Helen.
I thought about going into town and thought you might like to come with me.
I don't think so.
Oh, come on, we can have lunch together. Is everything all right? It isn't, is it?
Max was here earlier. I don't know what went wrong again. I really needed him. I needed to talk. We ended again fighting.
Oh, Maria, I'm so sorry.
Shane wants to move out, and Danny went to ask him if everything is his fault.
Oh, dear.
Oh, God. I should have told him that Danny isn't his son years ago.
Well, maybe you should. That doesn't make any difference about the way things are now, and that's the way you have to look to it.
What can I do?
How do you cope with a situation you don't know how to cope with. It's something I had to face when my husband died. I suppose you're having the same or similar sort of feelings. The regrets, the if-onlys.
Yes, Helen, but what's the answer?
There is no answer. You just have to realise that this is your life and things are the way they are, whether you like it or not. I know it sounds hard, Maria, but it's true.
Are you saying that I should give up on Max and let Shane walk out on me as well?
Heavens, no. I'm just saying stop churning over it. Look to the life you have instead of agonising over the one you haven't. Now, you coming into town with me or not?
I can't very well refuse, can I?
No.
Hello, Dean Canning, personnel. Can I help you?
Yes, look, my name's Paul Robinson. And I believe a friend of mine was going to have a word to you about my applying for a steward's position.
Who was the friend?
It's one of your pilots, Mr. Nick Burman.
Nick Burman? Oh, yes. Yes, I met Nick when he came through this time. He's quite a character.
Yeah. Well, look, what I want to know is what's the next step? Do I apply formally by letter, or would you like me to come in?
Well, you're welcome to come in and fill out an application form.
Oh, thank you.
Look, I don't know what Nick has told you, but he may have made things sound a little easier than they are. We've got a waiting list a mile long for stewards. It could be months before you'd be called for an interview.
Months? Well, sure. Look, thanks very much for your time and your help. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Can somebody check these figures for me?
Yes, I will in a moment when I've done this.
I'll do it. No, thanks. I'd like them to be accurate.
They will be.
Des should be more careful with his attitude, don't you think?
Why? Because Greg will go running to Daddy?
No, because he's already missed out on one opportunity. If he puts his head down and behaves, he'll get on.
That's exactly what he has done, and look where it's got him. Absolutely nowhere.
Now, Marilyn, it's not entirely true. Des knows why he didn't get on.
So do I, and I think it's rotten.
Well, you have to understand Mr. Arnold's point of view, basically.
No, I don't. I don't see it's anything to do with the bank who Des lives with. Anyway, they're only sharing.
Ah, yes, but we don't know what they're sharing.
Careful, Julie, you're turning green.
Oh, no, I'm not jealous. I just don't understand why he doesn't get another housemate if she's going to cause all this trouble.
Can be really blind sometimes, Julie.
It is not me that's being blind, Marilyn.
Oh, no? Then, how come you haven't noticed Greg's been getting you to do all his work?
He's learning, Marilyn, and he's not ashamed to ask for help. And it seems to me as though I'm the only one willing to show him the ropes.
He's using you.
Oh, rubbish, Marilyn. He's even asked me out to dinner for your information, as a sort of thank you.
Then I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Oh, Nick! Oh, hi. I don't suppose you want to help mow the lawn with me?
No, what are you doing?
I offered, silly fool.
Listen, I rang the airline earlier.
Oh, yeah? Who'd you speak to? Dean Canning?
Yeah, he remembered you.
So he should. Helped me put away quite a few beers the other day.
He also said that I'd have to apply officially.
Well, that's the best way to go about it.
Yeah, and he said that I'd have a long wait before I'd get an interview, though.
I told you it was a tough field to get into.
Yeah, I just thought with your influence...
Well, seems I haven't got quite the influence with the airline I thought, eh?
No, it seems so.
He's here again.
Who?
Nick Burman.
Why do you say it like that? What's wrong with the guy?
Can't you see what's going on, Danny?
Maybe I'm stupid or something. Will you get to the point?
I'm talking about him and Mum.
They're just friends.
Well, I reckon it's more than that. I've seen the way that he looks at her and... Well, I'm not saying anything's happened, but it might.
You're just paranoid. He's terrific to me. Doesn't treat me like a kid. Sort of got respect for me.
Yeah, well, he's just being careful in front of Mum, because he's already bombed out with me.
You're being a bit rough, aren't you?
No, I'm not, Danny. Look, Mum's very vulnerable at the moment. She could be easily persuaded.
She can take care of herself. She's not a kid. Besides, mightn't be such a bad thing if she did find somebody else.
Oh, you don't mean that.
Well, I think it's none of our business.
Well, I do. And if he thinks he's going to take Dad's place around here, then he's got another thing coming. What are you doing?
What does it look like? Look, I came over to do the lawn. I thought I'd have a drink first, okay?
You like it round here, don't you?
For the most part.
Of course, you and Mum are old friends, though, aren't you?
That's right, we are.
Well, what about Dad? I thought you were supposed to be his friend as well.
And I am.
Well, what sort of a friend squires his best mate's wife around, hey?
It was your dad's choice to leave. Your mother's unhappy and needs the company.
Oh, and here you are, only too happy to oblige, hey?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, well, I reckon it stinks.
Well, that's too bad, because I'm not disappearing until Maria tells me to. And at the moment, I don't think that's on the cards.
You creep!
Grow up, Shane. Wow.
What do you think?
Was made for you.
Yes, that's what Helen said.
It's good to see you looking so cheerful.
We had a lot of fun. Helen is a wonderful woman.
She certainly is.
Thank you for doing law, Nick.
My pleasure.
Okay? You going to stay for dinner?
No, I don't think so.
Sure?
No, I really have to go.
Something happened, hasn't it?
Shane and I had a bit of a set to. Nothing to worry about, but I think it would be diplomatic if I made myself scarce tonight.
What did he say?
Perhaps you should ask him. I'm a bit reluctant to involve myself in family matters, especially after what happened with Paul.
I've heard.
No, I can see Shane's point of view. He's only trying to protect you.
It's no excuse. He's behaving like a sport child. Can tell you, I've had enough.
Hi.
Hi, Danny.
I'll catch you later. Bye, mate.
See you.
Hey, Dad.
Paul? Go to uni today?
Nope. Looks like you'll be getting your wish after all.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, it's not going to be as easy to get into the airline as Nick said.
Why's that?
There's a huge waiting list ahead of me.
Well, sorry to hear that, Paul.
Yeah.
What did Nick have to say?
Not much.
He would have tried his best, you know. What now?
Wait, I suppose.
What are you going to do in the meantime?
I don't know.
I'll make a suggestion. Wouldn't do any harm for you to carry on with your studies until something comes up.
Yeah, I suppose it'll keep me off the streets, I guess.
Thanks.
Thanks. You going out tonight?
No.
I don't suppose you're in the mood missing out on a job like that?
Why did you tell your father I made a mistake with the credit analysis?
Why take the rap for something when you can pass it on to some other idiot?
Des, what are you doing?
Something I should have done days ago.
Oh, no.
Hello?
Hello?
Where'd you get to today?
I went out with Helen. Shane, come here. I want to talk to you. Sit down.
Well?
You had an argument with Nick, didn't you?
So what?
What did you tell him?
I told him what I thought of him. Anyway, if you've already heard his version, you wouldn't be interested in mine.
Nick said nothing. Now explain.
I tried to hit him, if you must know.
Why, Shane?
Because I find his attitude to you insulting.
What attitude?
He's using you.
How? By doing so much for me?
It's as good a line as any.
Now, who is the one who is insulting? If somebody's using me, Shane, it's you. It's you. You have no regards for my feelings since your father left. You do nothing around the house, and I'm really fed up with your sulky, sarcastic manner.
Well, maybe I should do what I said I was going to and move out. That'd solve everything.
You do whatever suits you and don't give anyone second thought.
Second thoughts? What do you mean, second thoughts? I haven't stopped thinking about your dad or trying to get you back together. I just resent Nick Burman hanging around ready to take Dad's place.
He knows he couldn't do that.
Well, that's not the impression you're giving him. Maybe he has got a good reason to think that you're available now that Dad's out of the way. Let me ask you something. Did you have an affair with him that time when you left Dad?